Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. It's kind of dark and late night. I wanted to make a quick video because I went over to one of the cages because I was hearing some squeaky sounds. And I checked one of my Hamatrons and she was not having babies. But then I checked her cage. I don't know how well you can see this because of the light. She's got blood spotting at her vaginal opening. And I'm thinking she's getting ready to squirt out babies. I just wanted to show you real quick. She's thick, fat, she's got blood there. I'm moving her cage. I think I've got pinkies on the way. I'm sad about this. I'm sad and horrified. I went and moved Mama into a brand new cage. I went and put bedding up here for her. She's got new bedding. And I put some old bedding there, but then I heard some sounds from here, and when I looked inside of this cage and dug around a little bit because I was moving some stuff, it's late. Because I moved her and everything, here's a baby. Poor baby. Here's this poor little baby. I can't leave it just in the cage, and I can't put her back in the cage after I moved her. She's had one little pup, one little cub, and I'm afraid now that if I put it back in with her, that it's not going to live. She's going to kill it. But since I had to pick it up anyway, this is what a baby hamster looks like. It's just less than an hour old. The poor baby was alone, and now the baby's here, and I think she's probably going to kill it. But then it was already loose and floppy inside the cage, away from Mama as it was. So it's okay. It's alive right now. You know, it's just a little pinky, and I'm going to go put it in the cage, and hopefully Mama's not going to kill it. Here we go. I'm going to see what she's going to do with little Pinky here now. Hey, Mama. Mama. Hey, Mama. Look at what I have here. Mama. You gotta look. I know you've got... Here, this is your baby. Can you take your baby? Don't nip my finger. Take your baby. Okay, I'm gonna leave this little pinky here. And then here comes Mama. Oh, I hope she's going to have more babies and that she doesn't just have just this one, and that this should be a time when I'm feeling great because she's finally having babies and I'm having hamster babies. But then when I went looking in the cage to see if she was okay, I couldn't see a baby. It had already wandered off and lost in the stuff, and Mama didn't know where it was, which is why I was making little squirpy noises that I'd heard. And unfortunately, why Mama just wandered away. Well, just as a quick intro there, in the midst of all this, she is mega fat, mega ready to have her babies, and she's really eager to get away. She's probably really ready to pop. So that is at least, you know, Mama up there may not be that good of a Hamatron mama. Hopefully Chipmunk will be. We'll find out. Thank you. I got this set up for Baby, Mama, and Pinky watch. She's got two little babies, and she was eating something that was either afterbirth or heart of a baby. But there's two babies up there now, and I'm hoping that she's going to not kill them all. Or, you know, that she'll take care of them. I'm hoping. I mean, I don't know if Mama's going to actually take care of them. But which is worse? I mean, literally, which is worse? With them little pinkies sitting there, dying slowly over like the next 6-8 hours as Mama just ignores them, and they slowly start to dehydrate and die. You know. And then when they're almost dead or nearly dead, then Mama comes over and eats them. That'd be awful. Or I could quickly, safely, and humanely just kill them right now, because I don't know if Mama's going to take care of them, and I don't want them to suffer. Look at them. They're so beautiful, those tiny, tiny babies. They're just so beautiful. And I realize they're also ugly as hell. I've said it before. Baby hamsters are both absolutely beautiful because they're life and alive. And they're cute. They're pink. They're little pinkies. What's not cute? I'm a baby person. Between I and my wife, I was the baby person. I love babies of all kinds. And these are babies. I love babies. I know the light is really irritating their very, very delicate eyes. I just wanted to be able to see them. Now it's going to go down. It's okay, little one. It's okay. The light's gone. This one's probably a little better. It's just one light instead of like 7. So you can still see just what the little cubs look like. They're both cubs and they're pups. Oh, Mama, take care of your babies. Don't let them grow up to be cowboys. Okay, Mama's checking them out now. She was nipping their little heads. Oh, now she's getting ready to spot over them. And they're going to find little nipples, I hope. Because she's sort of squatting around them. And then they'll start drinking, and then they'll be okay. Or she's just trying to dig and she's hungry and they're in the way. I've given Mama a whole handful of food, and in fact, just to be on the safe side, Mama's getting a whole lot more. I don't want her eating her babies. Plus, I'm going to scatter, because the hamsters like to dig and look and hunt. By hunt, of course, I don't mean the traditional hunt. But what I mean is they like to go and they dig. And they go hunting for their seeds and all those. Let's put this over this way so that when Mama decides to start eating her babies, we've got video footage. Gotta keep this careful on top of another hamster cage. My quote-unquote studio is pitiful. This is ready for someone else now. She's going to be up there for the time being. I had such hopes for you, Mama. Don't kill your babies. Please don't kill your babies. I want your babies to live. And remove that, so that if she decides to run and climb on this side of the cage, she's not going to be running and climbing on the baby. Do you have any babies still left in you? Let me feel. Oh my God! I picked her up and she's got a baby halfway out of her. So I'm going to put her down. I hope that third baby, she's actually getting out of her and not eating. I don't think that poor baby that's half hanging out of her is going to survive. Can you see that? I mean, she's not even taking care of the situation, especially now with her looking at me. And there's that baby hanging out of her by like this thing now with her looking at me. And there's that baby hanging out of her by like this thing now with her looking at me. Well, I mean, a whole baby hanging out, just getting dragged along, the poor thing. I mean, can you see that thing just getting tagged along by its... Well, I mean, the whole baby hanging out, just getting dragged along, the poor thing. I mean, can you see that thing just getting tagged? Well, I mean, the whole baby hanging out, just getting dragged along, the poor thing. Can you see that thing just getting tagged? There's Pinky 3 that she was dragging along behind her and stomping on. He's kind of squeaking and complaining. I wonder why. I don't know if any of these guys are going to survive. Because this bedding is drying. And she's just leaving them. I mean, all bedding is drying. I'll give them to like... It's like 5:30 in the morning now. I'll give her and them 6 hours. And in 6 hours, they're just slowly dying in the bedding. And she is not being a mommy. Then rather than just let nature slowly take its horrible course, I'm going to take care of the situation for her and them. Where? Oh, there it is. Now I've lost the water bottle. Oh, I found it. Now I lost my brain. See, she's not trying to help her babies. She's trying to dig into the corner and chew her way through it. And damn that poor baby who happens to be over there underneath. Don't kill your babies. Stop killing them, please. Mama's babies don't stand a chance. You might be able to hear them squeaking up there. Earlier when Mama was sitting up in the corner, I looked up inside the cage and I noticed that there one of her pinkies just halfway across the cage, not moving. So I reached in and touched it and it was ice cold. But it was still alive, so I picked it up and I moved it over to where she was. And so there were two of them with her then, because she had one that she was crouched over, and I moved that one. And then as I was doing that, I noticed that halfway across the cage, the bedding was moving in another spot, dug out another ice cold pinky, dragged it over to the corner. They're not bound to this world. I mean, she's ignoring them. And when she's not ignoring them, she's like walking on them. I've only seen her be motherly like once with one of them, and then as soon as she would suddenly realize that she was not moving, she got up and started stomping on it, and she's back over there just you can see her, she's trying to get out and stomping on them. She's never, except for that one brief moment, never even sat down and tried to nurse them. They're gonna die. I'm really sad about that. Because they're gonna die slowly. I'll keep you filled in as they kick off. Hamster Report 2015. See, I would love for her babies to survive. There's 8 little pinkies there. 8 little pinkies. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the bedding is stuck to some of them. That one on its back over there, the bedding is stuck to it badly. And she's just ignoring them. This is a time when they need to be kept warm. And they need to be fed. and she's ignoring them and then just running all around. And there's nothing I can do about it. And you see, there were only 3 in an area, and the rest of them were scattered and buried all around in this stuff because she doesn't care. This is their first litter. She doesn't care. And so I dug them all out and I put them in the pile to try and keep them warm. But I think they're all gonna die. They're all cute little pinkies. They're all cute little pinkies. I like that little one over there with the bedding stuck to him. He's moving around. He's not giving up. But I think he's a deader. And literally that stuff is stuck to him too. It came off, I'm glad. But I don't know what she's gonna do. She's just gonna ignore them or eat them. I hope I'm proved wrong and she lets have them all survive, but I just do not have a lot of hope. Well, on to the rest of the vid. There are a few things that baby hamsters need that all creatures need, whether they're babies or adults. You need shelter, you need fur or clothing. It's very important as a baby, whether you're a person or an animal, that when you're young, you keep your heat in. Very important to stay warm, especially hamsters with no fur, baby hamsters with no fur. And they need to be fed. You know, they're constantly having to eat and drink. And it's 8:30. It's been about 6 hours altogether that my hamster has been having babies. When my son got up at 7:15 today and he came out, she was still having babies, and she'd had a grand total of about 10. Well, remember what I said about they need several things. All babies do. They need shelter, they need heat, they need food. She is supposed to be hunched over the top of them, keeping them warm and feeding them. They've been sitting out here like this for hours. I don't think she's ever once fed a single one of them. I don't even know, aside from that one, if any of them are even still alive. But they're ice cold. You need to take care of your babies, Mama. I mean, they're scattered everywhere. I mean, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. And I don't think they're going to be alive for much longer. I don't even know if these 2 of them over here are even still alive. They're cold. Cold, cold, cold. The first things they need when they come out of their mama is heat. I mean, there's nothing to protect these poor little things when they're first born. They're cold. 2 of them were just sitting over here. It's right here. He's covered in bedding. It's stuck to him. You know, I'm trying to get it off, but it's just dried to the little baby. And he's so cold, he's just dying. This bedding is just stuck to him, and Mama's not caring. She's just left him there. And he's a poor little baby, and there's no hope. I can't save him. But Mama doesn't care. She's got one job. She's got to keep him warm, and she's got to feed him. And they're not getting anything that they need. But Mama's over here chowing down. Poor babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 of them right now. There won't be 10 of them for long. Now, if Mama suddenly changes her mind and decides to take care of them, then that's going to be different. Maybe they have a chance. But frankly, I don't see much of a chance for them. I went through the nursing class for human beings back when I was younger. And I had to go through the neonatal section, and I had to go up the hospital, and I had to take care of all the newborn babies. And having been in healthcare, having studied as a nurse, having actually taken care of babies, I can tell you that these guys are deaders. Babies, it's so important for them to keep warm because they don't have fur. And they don't have the metabolisms to help keep them warm. So they need to be kept warm desperately. And they're not being kept warm. And they need to be fed almost constantly. And she's not feeding them. I'll keep you filled in. Hello. Rather than just let the babies freeze, because Mama has never sat on them to keep them warm once. And I've had hamsters for decades, and had baby hamsters for decades. So what happened, she finally started making a nest in a corner, and all the babies were just scattered around everywhere else. So what I did was I picked up all of her babies and I put them all over there where she is. And so she's finally got them all. Whether or not she's actually realizing that they're there, I don't know. I'm going to check on them later, and if most of them are dead, then I'm just going to take care of the situation, and because there's no reason for the rest of them to suffer. So if they all start dying, then I'm not going to let them suffer. But I'll check on that later. Right now, I need to go medicate. Be right back. Mama had just ignored her babies. There were 10 little ice-cold babies scattered all over the cage, and she was digging to make a nest in the corner. So what I did was, as she was digging her nest in the corner, I picked up all of her babies, and I plumped them all down. Right? Not just as a quick intro there, in the midst of all this, she is mega fat, mega ready to have her babies, and she's really eager to get away. She's probably really ready to pop. So that at least, you know, Mama up there may not be that good of a Hamatron mama. Hopefully Chipmunk will be. We'll find out. Thank you. Top of her, but right next to her. Every single one of them. And then she settled down sort of on top of them and then started digging in the bedding. She's now completely buried with her babies. So, it's possible that finally she decided, suddenly her maternal instincts kicked in, and she's taking care of them. It's possible. Or else she's settling down for a big, nice meal. Don't know. We'll find out, though. This is the last part of this update, and you'll get the rest of the news tomorrow. Take care. And of course, if you like what you've seen, if you like what you've heard, leave me a like, leave me a like. Don't just leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe, yeah. And when you subscribe, destroy all your equipment. And then when you subscribe, then you can share your video with all of your friends. Yeah, leave me any comments down below, and I promise you I will never lounge sing again. You want proof of that one? Hey, go visit my links, go visit my website, go listen to me try and sing when I got candy in my mouth. Well, anyway, why not subscribe, and I love you. I don't really love you. I love somebody else. I've been afraid to tell you. But there's things she does you don't do.